testing. Hi everyone! Very long time no see. It's been a hot moment, so I am trying to just refamiliarize myself with this whole streaming setup. Maybe I should have done that before stream, but honestly, hello, welcome anyone who's watching, or maybe no one, who knows. I have been away for some bit. I don't know if anyone is returning or knows who I am, but sorry, I am setting up what I would like. So hopefully I'll have Stardew ready to go. I will do a quick little feel about what I'm doing in case anyone is some reason interested. So I just got back from a vacation. The way that the scheduling worked, I was only gone for 1 week, but because I stream the end of a week, I left last Friday and I got back this Sunday. Not last Friday. I guess it's last Friday. I don't know. 2 Fridays ago. So it ended up being 2 weeks of no streaming. I had a good trip. Nothing too important that I need to share, at least on this channel. But it was really great. I went on a cruise with my parents and my boyfriend. So I think it was really fun. It was originally just gonna be my boyfriend and I, but I'm still a child at heart, and I do like having a mom that knows what she's doing. So yeah. Yeah, I think the only like big thing that like matters here is, I don't know if it's even like visible. I usually have a really bad quality stream anyway, so like maybe that's what it's like. I broke my contacts. I do wear contacts, and I had fake nails on, right? And they were like really long, and I've had fake nails before. I'm usually smart. Was not smart this time. I took, like, it was literally like the first day, like, am I back? We shall wait. You know what thing I didn't miss was my Wi-Fi. It sucks always, and my family, like my house, has gotten like new Wi-Fi recently, and it's still bad, I guess. Where was I? Oh, I broke my contacts. I was dumb because that had never happened to me before, okay? And I didn't have any spares really to begin with anyways, so it's not too bad. But I broke my contacts, and I don't know why I'm speaking with this accent also, sorry. But I broke my contacts, and I had to wear glasses like the entirety of the rest of the vacation. Which, like, I've had contacts for, or at least like a prescription, I guess. Like, I've had bad eyes since I was in elementary school. Genuinely, I think I was like 10 or something when I first got glasses, and I have gone back and forth between liking to wear glasses primarily and contacts primarily. I think when I first got them, I was actually really big into wearing glasses because my glasses looked pretty similar to this. And imagine, if you will, like 2011, and you are like, well, it's probably earlier than that, like, but you know, like in that era, like 2010s, late 2000s, and you're like 10, 11, 12, like fake nerd glasses were all the rage, like that kind of aesthetic. So I wore mine like every day, and I did do like dance and can't think of anything else. I did dance and like cheerleading and just like other more active wear, and I would like change into contacts just for that. Yeah, I would just go back and forth like every other year. I feel like I wear glasses all the time. I wear contacts all the time. But the past couple of years I've been really into wearing contacts. And especially for this, what am I trying to say? I'm rambling. I'm sorry, guys. But especially like in this setting, right? It's one thing to be like, I wear glasses like, you know, more occasionally. Casually is what I'm trying to say. But like for me personally, like whenever I'm being like trying to dress up a little bit and like I do makeup, for example, like I like wearing contacts just because I feel fancier. I feel like you can see my face more, like etc etc. Not saying that if you are a primarily glasses wearer that's not okay, but I just my personal preference is I like wearing contacts, especially in those situations. But anymore, in the past couple of years I've been wearing contacts every day. So these are not prescription glasses that I'm wearing. These are blue light glasses, but I'm wearing them hopefully kind of to distract from my eyes. So the fun story that I'm finally freaking getting to is it's not that fun. I went this whole time, broke my contacts. I have ordered more now, but I wear like colored contacts, like circle lenses, and I feel very vulnerable admitting to this. So yeah, don't judge me. But I usually wear circle lenses that are the same color as my eyes. I've gone between different brands. I've worn some that are like yearly. I've worn some that are like monthly and 3 months. Getting an error. Okay, well, maybe the quality of this video is so poor that it doesn't matter. What am I saying? I really need to freaking stop rambling, but it's been so long since I've been online, and I feel like in my mind you guys want to hear about all of it. But my brown circle lenses were the ones that broke. They're the ones that I wear every day. I don't feel like it's that crazy to like wear circle lenses anymore because, you know, like J-pop, K-pop, whatever. And I just kind of like myself more in them. Okay, I feel like that's okay to say. I don't hate myself, but I like myself with maybe some brown circle lenses in. So when I got home, I did have other circle lenses that are colored, and I don't love wearing them because they feel so like unnatural. And again, I know that like, especially now, I feel like it's more understanding. Like you see people wear circle lenses more often, either like a makeup tutorial on YouTube or even with like K-pop idols. You'll see like a K-pop idol wearing like blue colored contacts and you're like, yeah, I know that's not your eye color. But for me, it's a little too crazy. And so I have these colored contacts that I got as like free samples or something. Maybe not free samples, but like some sort of discount. I really highly doubt I paid full price for them. And they are different colored because you know, if I'm gonna get some free pair, like maybe I'm gonna play around and get a colored contact. So my eyes right now are green, and I don't know if you guys can see it. I really hope you can't, because I've been self-conscious about this all the time, because I feel like it's one thing to be like online and wearing colored contacts. I don't actually care if anyone wears them, really. But like, it's one thing to be like, oh, I'm wearing colored contacts and I'm making like a makeup tutorial costume cosplay or something. But it's another like knowing full well that I am Asian and I'm like having to be out and interact with people. Like, I'm hoping that it's not that noticeable. Like, it's really noticeable if I'm in really like direct lighting, but my goal is, one, not to make eye contact with people when I'm out in public or at my work, and or like hope the lighting is dark enough where you can't really see like I'm wearing green ones, and I feel like in certain lighting, unless you're really looking for them, you're not going to be like, oh, her eyes are green. But in the same vein, like if you look at them and you're like looking, they're green. And I've had to wear these all week, and every time I'm like terrified that like my coworkers are like, man, she is weird, I know that she does not have green eyes. Or like I'm meeting new people, like we got a new person at work, and like we were talking and she was like really close to me, and I'm like, what if she thinks that I have green eyes? You know what I mean? Like not only, but like also, like I feel like you can look at me and go, oh, her eyes are probably not naturally green. So I wonder if they are even like, I have some questions. So yeah. Sorry for the ramble. I need to be a better storyteller, but that's just not happening. So that's kind of what's happening with me. That's the only kind of big update that I feel like is important to you guys who are watching this. So if you are watching and you're like, whoa, she has green eyes, that is why. I thought it would match my shirt today. Like maybe the shirt is bringing out the green in my eyes too. I had to go out and about for like doctor's appointments and stuff today, and like again I had the same self-consciousness of like, what if people look at me and they're like, why are her eyes so green? So yeah. Oh, I have been reading a lot. Last month, for some reason I feel like all the like I didn't talk about it at all last month. I don't think I was in the mood. Did I even stream? I truly don't remember what my last live stream was, so that's probably not good. Let me maybe pull it up. But I've been reading a lot. I think I mentioned this before, but I do have a job at the library, so that's helping me. Yeah, it seems like I didn't really but I'm currently okay, so I pre-recorded a lot of videos for my YouTube feed since I was gone for a while. I actually had to front load 4 weeks worth of content. I didn't need to, but again, because of the reason that like I missed so much, even though I was gone a week, because of when I upload, I had to like front load more than just that 1 week's worth. And that was really nice to like not have to worry about YouTube. But now that I'm back, I am back needing to worry about what I'm doing. And what was the point of this? Oh yeah, so now I'm like, you know, actually trying to be a okay person. But instead of writing a couple of scripts like I wanted to today, I did write some. I didn't finish any because why would I? I'm stuck at stuff. I read the full first part of Pride and Prejudice. So a third of the book Pride and Prejudice today. So I'm pretty impressed with that. Like, it was really great. For all of you who do not know, I'm trying to read Pride and Prejudice. I'm reading a lot of Jane Austen. I'm trying to get through it. So as I mentioned, I work at a library, right? And like the first day I got hired, like not the first day I got hired, but the first day I was like there, they asked me if I liked Jane Austen, and I was like, yeah. I had never read Jane Austen, but I didn't dislike Jane Austen. I was planning to read Jane Austen. And they were like, well, that's great because we're going to have like a Jane Austen like day. I don't know what it's called, if it's like a fair or a party, but it's like gonna be like a day of celebration that's all Jane Austen. And I was like, okay, well, I guess I need to read Jane Austen. So I got this book. I've had this book. I was planning on reading this book since last year. But I got it and it was like, you know, like $12 for this book, and it has 4 books within it. So I'm like, that's such a good deal. And so I read Sense and Sensibility last month, and I am reading Pride and Prejudice this month. I actually brought, not this book, I brought this book, which I brought from my own library, the library I work at. I got Pride and Prejudice, just the book itself to travel with, because I was like, well, I've been doing a lot of reading, which I'm always a big reader, but mainly fan fiction reading. I usually average around like 2 novels a month. But I had been doing relatively good like last month, so I was like, I'll keep the train going. I'll bring this. I can read it, you know, whenever I have time. Did not touch it once during any of the vacation. Anytime I had downtime, I like napped. So trying to catch up now. So I think those are the big updates. I also have not been productive with any other thing in my life. I obviously have not cleaned, haven't really unpacked. My house was pretty a mess before I left. I'm not gonna lie, I have to prep. Really hard for me to do things. But I feel like I was really bad at packing. I didn't pack until midnight the day I was supposed to leave. That's when I started packing. And that's just how my vibe is. I feel like I'm actually good at packing. I'm good at like packing a lot, but like not being over 50 pounds. And I feel like I'm pretty efficient with packing. Like I did get everything I needed in there. I'm the worst at unpacking. Like I just, even here I have just like things piled on my desk. But yeah. Okay, that is a long intro. I lost viewers actually. But I did want to just sit and chat and like, you know, even if I'm talking to the void, feeling like I'm giving you guys updates on my life. Also, you know, giving a little bit more people time to join if they wanted to join. Okay, let's figure out Stardew. So as the title may suggest, I do not really remember where I left off. I'm not gonna lie. It's been like 2 weeks since I've streamed. I'm really hoping that the Stardew audio will come through. I guess we'll see. Taking a bit to load. Okay, it seems like Stardew audio is being captured. That's great. Okay. Yeah, I don't know where I left off. It's been 2 weeks since I've streamed, and even then I don't think I like really, my most recent streams weren't even Stardew streams. Okay, they're good today. It's summer, I think. We're still in summer. It's the 19th of summer. I don't know what my goals were, which I mean is relatable. It's relatable no matter what. I have a prize ticket. Part of me feels like, was I gonna go to Gunther? Let's see what I have. I think I also wanted to like work on a coop. Not a coop. I have chickens. What's the thing that holds the hay? So vague. A silo. Silo is what I want. I don't have any food for them. And that's why I need a silo. I don't know what it takes to build one though. I guess we should figure out ourselves. I don't think there's any more fishing I have left to do with this weather in summer, unless there is. Okay, let's figure. I feel like a silo. Should I know that I could just go to Robin. But like, is it? But I am going to look up on the Wikipedia. Now what the instructions are? Okay, copper, clay, stone. So I'm gonna do copper. Here. I don't know if I have enough, so I at least know the ingredient. I just don't want to waste time walking to Robin and walking back. I know that they sell books that are like Skydew, Stardew, like guide, you know what I mean? Of like, here's a gamer's guide. And honestly, sometimes I'm like, should I buy that? Oh, I know that there's the Stardew cookbook that has officially been released. It's been a couple of months. It's not like brand. But they have it at my library, like not at my library, my location, but in my library system. What am I trying to say? Oh, I guess I called a bed. In my library system, so in my town, in like the library that I work at, we have like multiple different branches. I don't remember how many, 6 or 7. And they're all relatively close to each other, so whenever I'm like, oh, it's at another branch, like it literally is like a 10-minute drive to get to the other branch. But one of the branches has the Stardew official cookbook, but it's never been available. It's always been checked out, and I probably could put my name on like the hold list, so you know, like whenever it becomes available, I will be able to get it. And I'm debating if I want it or not. I feel like it'd be fun. Like I kind of just like, one, I'm just in general curious, you know what I mean? I'm like, I wonder what the recipes are. Another part of me is like, would I make content out of this? I'm sure that there's probably like enough videos on the internet. Oh, I can build this. Okay. I'm sure that there are like enough videos on the internet that has done this already, so I'm not going to contribute anything to society really. Put one right behind it. Yay! Okay, so at least we're doing that. Let's just do what we do and kind of stare at him. Give me, yeah, I'm in your bed. Yeah. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure there are probably hundreds of videos on the internet of it already, but like, I feel like that could be fun. But I'm just debating because I don't want to put my hold in if I'm not going to read it or use it at all, you know what I mean? Because I don't know if that makes sense. I hope you get it. Another thing, which might be more irrational, I have yet to place any holds yet. Because I'm afraid that I'm going to be judged for like what I do, like what books I do want in. Because right now I haven't been needing like any books, if that makes sense. I don't know if this makes sense. So let me elaborate more. So where I work, as I mentioned, library, there are multiple different locations. We're all part of the same system, and like again, we are so close to each other that the way we kind of work is if you want a book that like is in our system but not at that exact location, I might honestly, I've used the restroom right before I filmed this, but I might have to use it again. So I'm gonna be right back. Okay, I am back. I also refilled some water. Yeah, I'm using a cup for my lunch. What of it? Okay, I am back. What was I talking about? Oh yeah. So the way that my library system works. Sorry, there's like the longest gap between this story. But we're really close. And we have like a system that goes around almost every day. What is this? 20th through the 21st. Come prove your freshwater skills, win prizes. Oh, cool. Is it here? That's fun. That's new, I think. I don't have a dice, but like, oh, so like every month, not every month, every night, there's like an internal delivery system for anything that people put a hold on. And I'm just afraid that if I put like a hold on something and it comes in, that I'll just be like silently judged. Because the thing is, right now, I don't actually have... Okay, maybe I need to find the best wording. I have a lot of books that I want to read, but I have a lot on my shelf that I still need to read, and it is my New Year's resolution to read, like finally read all the books that are on my bookshelf before I, you know, get any new books or try to read any new books. Like I probably still have like easily like 15 books on my bookshelf that I've never read or I've never finished. So that's my goal. So like there's a lot of books and like novels that I want to read currently, you know what I mean? Like I definitely have a to-read list of books that I don't possess with me, but I would like to get through what's on my shelf before I like acquire books from outside sources. So all the things that I do want to request are like kind of dumber books. Like I've been reading in my mind, I don't like equate like this might be bad, but like I do personally draw a distinction of like when I read a comic book versus when I read like a novel. So I've been reading a lot of comic books. Like that's been my like break. Like if I want to read something but not have to like think too hard, which sounds bad, maybe not bad, but like not as long of a commitment, right? Because if I sit down and I'm like, I'm reading, oh, did I leave? I might be back. I don't know. I guess we shall see. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, I like I'm reading like Pride and Prejudice. Like I feel like it's a bit longer of like a commitment. Like, you know what I mean? Like it just on average takes me longer to read a novel than it does for me to read like an issue of a comic book or like a smaller graphic novel, right? Like a reading break in between novels or something, and I'll read like something that I think is a little bit more easier and like lighthearted and faster paced, so I can get a story in but not have to commit to reading a book. And so a lot of the things that I want are like kind of in that genre. Like for example, I read this past month, honestly I read it within the same day, but what's her name, something Garcia, that's the author for the Teen Titans graphic novels that released. I think they like the first one released in like 2021. I really wish I knew the first name, but I know the author was like Garcia last name. And it's like Teen Titans Raven, Teen Titans Beast Boy. But I've been reading, I read those. I read all of them within like 24 hours of each other. Right now I think there's like 4 editions of it. Like for example, a rainbow shell, clam. But like for example, I'll like we had at my location the Beast Boy, the Teen Titans Beast Boy and Teen Titans Raven, but the third like book in the series is Beast Boy Loves Raven. And they had it at other locations, just not at my location. And I'm like, do I want to order it in? Like, is it really worth it? It wasn't. I just got it online for free through my library card. So it all worked out. But I like physical more than digital, depending on my mood or like depending on the circumstances. With like graphic novels and like comic books, I find physical a lot easier to read. Digital like books and like novels really just depends on like the setting. I tend to like physical over digital books in general because I'm just a tactile person and it makes me feel like more like accomplished when I like am carrying around like a book. But there are like a lot of times where I will admit that reading. Oh no, I've disconnected again. I'm not getting told when I'm disconnected. Am I back? Okay. Normally, OBS will like give me a notification being like, and you're disconnected. I just will see that it says like error. And I'm like, oh, no connection. That's really great. I hope I'm back. All that happened in the meantime is I caught this tuna and I just now caught the sea jelly. But I prefer, oh my gosh. I prefer physical books over digital books. But I will admit that like there are times where it's just easier to read digitally. Like at my job, for example, I am allowed to read books because not all libraries allow you to do that actually, but like they're like, I think it's fine as long as I'm not busy. If they think it's fine for me to read as long as, you know, I'm not like reading whenever I'm supposed to be doing something else more pressing. But like I find it easier to read on a computer then because I'm already like sitting at a computer and I feel less self-conscious. Like imagine like being at your job and I'm just like constantly like this. At least at my job I can be like sitting at my computer and like don't feel like I'm slacking as much. I know. I also like digital. There is something nice to like be able to read on your phone, like while lying in bed. Like it just feels easier. Sometimes my wrist hurts. They hurt from phones and stuff and like tablets too. But sometimes it hurts holding books. So yeah, like I think it's good either way. But again, another reason that I am not, what am I trying to say? Another reason that I'm not like, what am I trying to say? Oh, I'm trying to say that I even then I'm not reading too much. Like I'm not checking out that many like digital books either because I am still in the mindset of I need to get through my books. I even made, I have my journal with me here. I'll show it maybe. I kind of wasted today. It's all good. Maybe I'll spend my last remaining strength studying. Put the tuna in there because Okay, I think I can sell everything else. Okay. Let us cut down some trees. Okay, we're still not strong enough. Whoa, look out. I don't know if it matters if this is open or closed, but I'm gonna leave it open so I don't forget to open it in the morning. Hopefully they do not mind it. Keeping our farm. Okay, you can tell that I've kind of cleaned this part out more. So let's move over. Oh, I'm reading Pride and Prejudice. I know I've said this a million times, but this is segueing into a new branch of conversation. And I'm reading it in like the order in the book I possess, which I believe is like release order of a lot of Austen's novels. And I read Sense and Sensibility first, and I think I understand why Pride and Prejudice is more popular than Sense and Sensibility. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but like from what I've gathered, I don't think I am incorrect in saying that like Pride and Prejudice is the more well-known book of Jane Austen. Like, I feel like I hear the name of Pride and Prejudice more than Sense and Sensibility, though I do know of Sense and Sensibility. And I'm reading it, and I don't know if it's because I'm already familiar enough with Jane Austen now with reading Sense and Sensibility, or like I'm just coming into it with like a different mind. I don't know, but I'm only the first part into the way of Pride and Prejudice, or Act 1. I don't know if they say Act. It honestly might just be Part 1, Part 2. But, okay. I just don't want to waste all this energy. Okay, now we mad dart to the cabin before it becomes too late, I mean. Yeah, I don't know if I'm just more now familiar with Pride and Prejudice or what, but for me, it's just like an easier read. And like, I don't want to sound like not fun, because whenever I was like reading into Sense and Sensibility, I know that the majority, like that Jane Austen novels are like really, the purpose of Jane Austen is like feels more like social commentary rather than like pure just fluff romance. Fresh melon. I don't have any melon. I don't think I do. I'm really bad at doing this, huh? Oh, I should probably see what the luck is. They're displeased today. The trout derby? What is that? Oh, is that the thing in the bottom? Let's do that today. Hells yeah. Let's water our plants first. Do I have melons? Like, is this the second? This seems like maybe the second crop of melons, unless melons take like the longest time ever. No, I do have a melon, so I'll know that. Did I just water the same crop like 10 times? Please help me. But anyways, Sense and Sensibility, I just like took me so long to comprehend what was going on. And for me, like, Pride and Prejudice is just a bit of a smoother read for me. Like, I can read through it and I'm like, oh, I know what's happening. While, like, Sense and Sensibility, I was like, I don't know what they're trying to say. And it feels like, what am I trying to say? With, like, with Jane Austen's novels, you know, I'm trying to appreciate, like, the social construct in it, the critique that she is making. Like, I'm trying to if seeing the forest for the trees is the terminology that like applies, but I guess what I'm trying to say is like I am trying to like appreciate that as well. Like I don't want to just be like, oh, and this is just romance. And so I do feel like on one hand, Pride and Prejudice might have a little bit more of like a straightforward romance. Like Sense and Sensibility in my mind is like not even a romance story. Who are you guys? Who are you? Fishing sisters? What do you mean the famous fishing sisters? Who are these people? Fishing pro. That's so funny. So what's the purpose? Is it, I know they're saying it's not a competition, but I want to treat it like it. Okay, this is probably not the best way to cast my line, but it's fine. So anyways, I'm saying that Sense and Sensibility is like not a romance novel, and like that's fine. I'm fine that like it's just trying to, you know, be a explanation. Golden tag. Okay, cool. Which is fine. Like, it's not the most. What am I? Sorry, I got distracted by myself. Yeah, I don't want to be like, oh, I feel like not only does Pride and Prejudice have more of a 101 romance plot, I also feel like the social commentary makes more sense as well. Like it's more, I don't want to say on the nose, but like I understand it more. Again, it might just be me, and like, you know, Sense and Sensibility being my first book, I might have been like so, you know, out of depth of what I was looking for, or like understanding. But like with Pride and Prejudice, I feel like it makes it like clear what commentary she's trying to do and what she's trying to say. It doesn't feel too like, what's going on? Like it's almost like, yeah. So that's what I'm trying to say. I don't need to ramble on this more because obviously I'm struggling. Okay, not even give me a rainbow, a golden tag or whatever I need. Does that mean a golden star? Or is there gonna be something specifically different? This is a new fish. I like that. It's a cool fish. I want to keep one. Oh no, the little... I'm gonna keep him to have as a pet. Hi, MM. Is that... I don't know how to say your name. I'm sorry. Okay, yum. We're at the annual trout derby. I don't think I'm doing good. I've not gotten a rainbow trout. Oh, thank you. I'm getting distracted from fishing. That's really nice. How am I not getting any rainbow trout? This is a curse. Let's sit next to this. Oh, I can't talk to him again. I already talked to him once, so I don't remember. Go back up here. I think this is okay. Got my trout. I feel like I need to watch. I'm definitely gonna put it on my radar to like watch Pride and Prejudice. I finish. I know they also, I think, have a movie for Sense and Sensibility, but like honestly, the more that I'm like thinking back on Sense and Sensibility, I don't think I liked it, which might be controversial. Did that have a, that's the silver tag, so we're still not doing good enough. Oh, last month I also read The Bell Jar, and I rated it 5 stars on Storygraph and on Goodreads. I don't think I update Goodreads, but I liked it, but I guess I expected more. I know I probably shouldn't say that. That might be a hot take, but I feel like in my mind, The Bell Jar was like, and it gets so dark, but it didn't feel too dark. Maybe I'm just like desensitized, but like I thought it was gonna be a little bit more disturbing. It was like adequately disturbing. It's still disturbing, and I still rated it 5 stars. So I read that. I read a novel. Oh, I read Red, White, and Royal Blue finally last month as well. Okay, we finally got one. Let's see what this means. Oh no! Oh, so it's not like a gold star. It's like something specific. I understand now. Let's eat this thing. Yeah. Okay, maybe. I was gonna say maybe this isn't the best location, but maybe I'll be proven wrong. Are they different? Am I like not? What's gonna be different? I am gonna be here all day. Like, I don't care. I should probably give Sebastian a gift or something, because I do want him to love me. Yeah, fish there. My lips are really chapped. Probably because I have been dehydrated. But it hurts. So that's why I'm like, this entire time, if you're like, why is she just like looking weird like that? That's the reason. My back hurts. I went to the chiropractor today. Oh. Which I always enjoy. I think I disconnected again, but I think I might have reconnected. I don't think anything has happened. I just have the most unsteady Wi-Fi, which is like the worst thing ever. Whenever I'm trying to stream and like just be on YouTube. So I love that for me. If we lived in like a different economy, I would definitely be like, oh, and what if I just moved out? Just for Wi-Fi, but we're not. I live with my parents. Our house has crappy Wi-Fi, and we've gotten like a new Wi-Fi like maybe 3 times since we've been living here the past 10 years, and like none of them are better than the last. It's just crazy. So that's my complaint. But yet I'm still attempting, you know, because you might as well try. You never know if you don't try. But I will not lie. In an ideal world, I would have better Wi-Fi if I was, you know, doing this thing where I'm attempting to stream. I think I have maybe like 30 more minutes in me, and I might call it a night. just because I don't really have any viewers, which isn't bad. I'm not trying to be like, you guys suck. But more in the sense of like, no one's actively watching right now, so I don't think anyone's gonna like cry themselves to sleep if I end this stream. So yeah, there's not a lot of people here, so I don't want to keep us too late. I also myself am quite tired, will not lie. Let's listen here for now. Try to go for that. Let's make some mixed seeds. I think we have enough forageables that would be in the other basket. So, grapes. We have 30 summer seeds. Let's saplings, because even though they're not as profitable because they completely nerfed them, you still might as well. Perfect. It's still not the worst. I won't lie. I didn't visit the traveling merchant at all. Woo fishing! But yeah, what was I saying? I might go 30 more minutes. Just because no one's currently watching, so it's not like I'm gonna break anyone's heart if I leave too soon. And I also do want to... Oh no, not to fish. I do want to finish a couple more things before I go to bed tonight. I have a to-do list, and I don't think I'm gonna finish it all, but I would like to get more than what I currently have accomplished. So... yeah, still relating to YouTube, as I mentioned earlier in this stream, I am trying to attempt to have things prepared for Monday's video, which, not to, you know, peel back the veil too much, is not really made at all. I work really close to the wire, and even though I got back from my vacation Sunday at like 10 p.m. and I had a video scheduled for this Monday that came out. I don't know if you've seen it. You should watch it if you haven't seen it. So I didn't have time, even if I wanted to probably like plan another video. I was really biting my nails to get all the videos planned out that I did. But what am I trying to say? But yeah, I got back Sunday, but like I didn't, I guess, in my brain account for how tired I would still be. So like I'm like, even though I'm back, I did take a couple of days to like just kind of get readjusted to the real world. Rest, because there's some sort of like exhaustion that you do get from traveling, if that makes sense. But I just took like a day or two. I also went immediately back into work. So you know, I like that next Monday morning I got up, was at my 9 o'clock job. Oh, I want to carry around a little. Oh, you and I want to carry around a little hole. But I had, yeah, my job at that following Monday, and I just didn't really have the time to work on YouTube. And of course, while I was away on my vacation, I also wanted to chill and not worry about YouTube. So yeah, more of the story, I didn't really spend my time on vacation on YouTube. I haven't really had too much time to like, or mental capacity to spend on YouTube now, and a week goes by like really fast. Like I'm like, how is it Thursday already? You know what I mean? So I would like to finish at least a singular script, so I can have like anything prepared. I would like, the ideal world is that I would get back and front load videos now too. Like I would like to have videos scripted and filmed, ideally filmed, for the rest of this month before I get towards the end of the month. So yeah, that's the plan I'd like to enact. Will that happen? I don't know. I think I did good. Like it was good that I feel like I almost like set it up for myself because I did get ahead with the videos while I was gone, but like because it did take me like a week to get back, it kind of negated itself. So yeah, I'm back in the mode of like, man, I should really try to work ahead, and I am not ahead. I am actually behind. Would you believe it? You should believe it because it's true. Okay, let's figure out what... Oh! I guess that was rare enough. I do have topaz, it looks like. But I guess I'll save it for something. Let's fish some more. I don't have that many spots open. I actually want to see what the gold is. Use this to deploy a one-time use tent for sleeping outdoors. Okay, that's kind of cool. I like that. That's like a cool invention. Oh, you're kidding me? I just got more mystery boxes. It's just gonna give me more coffee. Ugh. I didn't check the TV today, but since my first catch was some seaweed or green algae, I guess, and it took me a while to even get that on the hook, part of me feels like the spirits are not in good humor today, if I were to take a guess. Okay, just kidding. Oh, I didn't need to go, but I will write it out, I guess. I do want to try to remember to watch, I think, Queen of Sauce as well. I just had dinner before I started the stream, but I'm like still hungry, I think. But when I ate, I was really full. But... And I would have a little snacky. I don't have any snackies near me anymore. And I don't really want to leave my desk right now. I think I'll just wait till after stream. My boyfriend recently sent me like a TikTok Instagram reel thing that was showing this like indie free game that's like a reverse dating sim. I don't know if reverse dating sim is like the right word, but like it's like Stardew Valley based. I cannot think of the name. I don't know, but I think it's on itch.io. But it's Stardew Valley theme, and I think you play as either like Sebastian or Abigail, and you're pursuing the farmer. I haven't played it. I don't know if I will. I think it's mainly like I'll probably forget, and any more time is so valuable kind of thing. So it's definitely like something I wouldn't mind checking out. I think it's free and it's pretty short, so just thought I'd mention it. It sounds fun. Let's figure out all that I have. I think I can throw away all the fish I possess. Okay. That away. That away. One day I probably should like do all of this. Let's go to gun. Oh, my back hurts. 5 days. I think I have enough days. I also might have enough peppers though, so I might just hold on to this. Oh, I have 2 trash piles. All there. That back in there. Strauss, a berry. Strawberry shortcake. I like the tent. I don't know which box I should put it into. Part of me feels like mining because it's always like me coming back from the mines that I feel like I'm constantly. And I pass out. Okay, Queen of Sauce is on. Is this when Sebastian gets reset? I could talk to Sebastian. I could fish more too. I need to think objectively. And objective is fish. Because like I think it's gonna be done soon, you know? So we shall fish. I might make more canned, I don't know what they're called. Preserve jars. That can be a goal. Broccoli. I love broccoli. La gasp. Also I know that no one's watching, but in like the weird kind of thing that like if for some reason you are watching like the VOD and you get to this point, I'm gonna ask the question anyways. But I'm not that close to 100. I'm 25 subscribers away from 100, so I'm kind of close to 100. And I know that anymore, like 100 is not crazy. Like I feel like at anymore, like people get 10,000 subscribers like every single second of their life. But I kind of wanted to do like something for 100 subscribers. I know I probably should like wait to celebrate before I get like too crazy. Honestly, so I mentioned this a lot, but I used to have a YouTube channel when I was like in middle school, so probably too young to like have a YouTube channel, but at the same time I'm like, man, if I really stuck with it, I could be like an actual influencer, you know what I mean? Or at least like relatively well off. Not like well off like money wise, but like it would be better than starting completely from scratch, you know what I mean? That kind of thing. But and I think whenever I hit like 100 subscribers on like that, I did like a giveaway, and it was like a DIY giveaway. Like it was like crafts I did. I think I gave away like some Japanese candy, like hike chews, you know, and I like made like an anime like paper craft. So I'm probably not gonna do anything like that big or crazy, like a giveaway, even if it's not like, it wasn't a big giveaway, but I do want to do like some sort of thing for it. And I don't know exactly what it is. Or I might just not. I might try to wait until a bigger milestone. My thought is like, I wouldn't mind doing, not that I'm not open enough, but I wouldn't mind doing like a Q&A. I just don't know if, you know, people would be interested in it, or if I would even get any questions. So I don't want to try to be like, and I'm gonna do a Q&A, and then everyone's like, well, I don't care about you, and also don't give me any questions. So I also feel like maybe that's too much for like 100 subscribers. Like to me it's really big, like don't get me wrong, like I'm literally like, oh my gosh, that is crazy, like that is currently like my only goal. But that's my big milestone for me. But I don't know if I should wait until like, I don't know, like 500, until I know that maybe I would have like an audience that would even care. I can't really think of anything else, so like please let me know if you have any idea of what would make sense for like a 100 mark, or something that you might want to see, like if it is a Q&A, or if it's like something else in particular, like a certain type of video, or if for some reason you do want a really bad arts and crafts giveaway. Or like a special live stream, or yeah, I don't know. Like I could just do a really cool live. Well, really cool might be subjective, but you know what I mean? Like maybe I just try to do like a really long live stream, or do one that I like do a Jackbox party type stream, like play a certain game or do it for a longer time, or something like that. So yeah, this is me just rambling out loud, but if you have an opinion or something that you would like to see, or you'd be like, I think you'd get more participation for that, please let me know. So I meant to call it a night after this catch, but I guess I'll do one more. I literally cannot get the strawberry shortcake song out of my head, and the song in particular is the one that goes drop a bop bop a berry extraordinary. In case you were wondering, in case you really needed. Rewards, mounted trout. That's kind of epic. Oh my gosh. I'm not like a hunting fishing person. Like in real life, would I ever want a trout on my wall? No. But in this game, yes. Sign me up. This might be my last night. At least for this stream. Try to make the most of it and see how late I can stay up before I desperately have to leave my house. Or if I can get any last gold. I think 12:30 would be when I would start the run. I was thinking about 1 a.m., but I feel like that's too close of a call to get into my bed by 2. Oh, I don't think I mentioned how awful my sleep has been. I don't know how. So I work, oh my gosh, how many times am I gonna say where I work? Anyways, where I work, I'm a part-time employee. So I have a bit like of a weirder job. Also where I work, we are open more than just like normal business hours. Like our library is open, you know, like 10 hours every day, and we also are open Saturdays and stuff. So the way they stack us, like we're just gonna have some days that are off. And so my days that are off have been Wednesday and Thursday. So yesterday and today, at least this week. It usually fluctuates, you know, every week. A lot of part-time jobs do. But within those 2 days, I've managed to fully destroy my sleep schedule. Last night, if you can even call it last night, I was up until 4 a.m. this morning. And I had an chiropractor appointment, like I mentioned today. My chiropractor appointment isn't until like noon. So it's not like I had to be up like super early, but whenever you don't go to bed until like 4 or 5 a.m., like even the thought of waking up at 10 is like, well, that's only 5 hours of sleep. So still questionable. Cooking sauce, cool. Oh, there's my cat. The moral of the story, I'm super tired. I did end up waking up at, I think I still woke up at like 9 a.m. Okay, I think that might be my day. Okay. But yeah, I'm super tired. That's the moral of the story. I didn't sleep too much. I also drank coffee today, which if you followed along on this channel about me and my relationship to coffee, it has been a wild ride. So we'll see how that evens out. Usually whenever I'm like peak exhaustion, a cup of coffee is not going to destroy me as much as it does whenever I'm not. Well, it's not going to destroy me as much as like when I do get a lot of sleep, but we'll see which one overtakes. In general, I work mornings, but tomorrow I don't have to be in until 12, which is still pretty early. Like, again, when you think about it, like the reason I like working mornings is because, so the morning shift is it's 9 to 2, but because the hours that where I work, our operations are less on Friday, the only time they have like a part-time worker in is noon to 6. But I like getting there at like 9 because some reason in my mind, like morning hours don't count. I don't know if any of you guys are like that, but in my mind, morning hours are not real hours of your day. Like my day doesn't start until like after lunch. I don't know if that's other people's time logic, but in my mind it is. So like I'd rather get like everything I need to get done before, like as early in the day as possible, so I can do things with my day afterward. You know, like I want to get all my obligations out. Like even in college, I forced myself to be a morning person because I'm not. Like if you give me the chance, I will stay up until 2 a.m. But at the same time, I just need so many hours of sleep. But I forced myself to be a morning person, and like I would only book like morning classes if I could help it. And I know that like whenever you go into college, like the spiel they give is like, oh, you can sleep in as late as you want. But like I never wanted to do that. Granted, college classes usually don't start as early as like normal school classes as much. Like whenever I was in school, I know they're pushing back school hours anymore, but whenever I was in school, like I remember I would have to be up at the bus stop at like 6:30 a.m. And like in college, all my classes didn't start until like 9 a.m. So there is a significant amount of sleep that you can get. So in a way, I'm still sleeping in, but I know people who like don't want a class before noon, which is valid for them, but like I just feel like I've wasted so much of my day if my day was classes. I'd rather get like all of my classes out of the way, be done by like 3 p.m. and then I would have like a full day. You know what I mean? I don't know if this makes sense, but that's my mentality. Because if I'm given the chance, like if I don't have to be anywhere until 2, I will lie in bed. That's the problem. So like even though I don't start work until like 12 tomorrow, I will not get out of bed until like 11:30, you know? So but whenever I have work at like 9, I'll get out of bed, you know, at like 8 o'clock, usually earlier because I want to get ready. But like, you know, in worst case scenarios, if I'm really dying, like 8 o'clock, and then I'll be out by like 2, and then I have like the rest of my day to like do things. So okay, I'm rambling enough today, but thank you all for watching. For any viewers that I did have join today's stream, or if you're watching back the VOD, hello, please let me know. And yeah, I should be back tomorrow with a stream. I'm not 100% sure what I'll be doing tomorrow, if it's gonna just be more Stardew or if I'm gonna try to play something else. We'll see. I'll play it by ear. It probably should be a little bit more on top of things, but obviously, do I give off the impression of that I'm on top of anything? Sunday, I think we're going back to playing balloons. Last Sunday that I streamed, at least, we played Jackbox with some friends. That's just the day that worked best for the group. But I do want to get into playing balloons on Sunday, so we'll try to make that more of a pattern as well. So that's the end of the stream. Please subscribe. Please watch my YouTube videos that I feel like are a bit better constructed because I script them and I don't allow myself to ramble. So yeah, thank you. Have a great day or a good night. Bye. Wait, I almost did this wrong because YouTube's weird. I'm gonna put myself on this outro screen and then stop stream just to make sure I don't get caught whenever I end the stream on the vlog. Okay, I'll stop talking now. Bye.